If you've been thinking about solar, you've probably got a few questions. How does it actually work? What happens to the energy you don't use? And what's the deal with batteries? Do you really need one? Let's walk through all of that in plain language with some real Tasmanian numbers, so you can feel confident about what's right for your home. Hey, my name is Brad. Your solar panels absorb sunlight and turn it into electricity. That electricity runs through a device called an inverter, which converts it into the type of power your home actually uses. From that point, your home draws on that free solar energy first, before touching anything from the grid. In Tasmania, most households pay around 29 cents per kilowatt hour for grid electricity. So every unit of power your solar system produces and your home uses directly is worth 29 cents back in your pocket. On a good sunny day, a standard 6.6 kilowatt system can generate more than enough to run your whole home during daylight hours, with energy to spare. For many Tasmanian households, a solar-only system is a genuinely great starting point, and it makes a lot of sense for certain situations. If someone in your home is there during the day, whether you work from home, are retired, or have kids at home, you'll naturally use more of your solar energy directly, which is where the real savings are. Solar-only systems are simpler, less expensive upfront, and they still deliver solid savings on your electricity bills. Tasmania also has one of the cleanest electricity grids in the country, powered largely by hydro, so the environmental argument for batteries isn't as strong here as it is on the mainland. If budget is a consideration, solar alone is absolutely worth doing. And the good news is you can always add a battery later. Just make sure your installer sets you up with a battery-ready inverter, so the upgrade is straightforward down the track. A battery essentially solves the export problem. Instead of sending that excess solar to the grid for 8.78 cents, you store it at home and use it at night, saving yourself the full 29 cents instead. To put that in real terms, if your system generates 5 extra kilowatt hours on a sunny afternoon, exporting it earns you about 44 cents in credits. Storing it and using it yourself saves you $1.45 off your bill. Same energy, more than 3 times the value. Over a year, for a household that uses most of their power in the evenings, that difference adds up significantly. There's another benefit that a lot of people don't realise. When the power goes out, whether it's a storm, a fault on the line, or a regional outage, a solar-only system actually switches off automatically. It's a legal requirement to protect workers on the network. But most modern battery systems include blackout protection. When the grid goes down, they detect it within milliseconds and seamlessly switch your home over to battery power. Your lights stay on, your fridge keeps running, your internet stays connected. For families in more regional or rural parts of Tasmania, where outages can be more common and last longer, this kind of resilience is often the #1 reason people choose to add a battery. So when does a battery really make sense? Here are some of the clearest signals. If most of your electricity use happens in the evenings, after work, cooking dinner, watching TV, you're paying grid rates for all of that right now. A battery lets you cover those hours with your own stored solar instead. If you experience power outages in your area, even occasionally, a battery gives you real peace of mind that life carries on regardless. If you have an electric vehicle, a battery can help you charge it overnight using solar you generated during the day, essentially running your car on sunshine. And if energy independence matters to you, wanting to rely less on your retailer and have more control over your own power, a battery is a big step in that direction. It's also worth knowing that the federal government currently offers a rebate program for home battery systems, which has brought the upfront cost down meaningfully. It's worth asking about what's available when you're looking at your options. One honest note specific to Tasmania. Because our electricity rates are a little lower than the mainland and our winters reduce solar output, The pure financial payback on a battery takes longer here than in states like Queensland or South Australia. That doesn't mean it's the wrong choice. Hopefully that gives you a clearer picture of how it all fits together. Solar is a great starting point for almost any home. A battery takes it further. More savings, more independence, and peace of mind when the grid lets you down. Don't hesitate to reach out if you would like to talk about this further.